This video is about solving equations with variables on both sides. So continuing on what we did yesterday, we're going to add a couple more steps into this with topics from the first unit. So this one we're going to take a step further and we're going to use the distributive property. So anytime you see parentheses, remember that we have to distribute the number outside to the terms that are inside. And remember that we are multiplying when we distribute. So number one, there's parentheses, so we're going to distribute this -2. So -2 times 6f is 12f. -2 times 5 is -10 equals 8f plus 30. Now, this problem looks like what we did yesterday with a variable and a constant on both sides. So we need to move the smaller variable, which in this case is -12f. So we're going to add 12f to both sides. And we get -10 equals 20f plus 30. Then we can subtract 30 from both sides. So now we have the constant on one side and the variable on the other. So our last step is going to be to divide by the coefficient, which is 20. And we divide by 20 on both sides. We get f equals -2. Now in number 2, there's a parenthesis on both sides of the equal sign. So we're going to distribute 5 on the left. And when I multiply, that gets me 10x minus 20. And we're going to distribute 4 on the right side. So 4 times x is 4x. 4 times 10 is 40. Now in this case, the smaller variable is 4x. So because it's positive, we're going to subtract 4x from both sides. So we get 6x minus 20 equals 40. Then we can add 20 to both sides. So we get 6x equals 60, and when we divide by 6, x equals 10. Now let's try a problem where we're going to combine like terms. So this time there's no sets of parentheses, but there are two k terms on the left-hand side. So we're going to combine those. Remember when we're combining like terms, if they're on the same side of the equal sign, we're going to use the sign they have to combine them. So in this case, it's -4 minus 2. Which would get us -6k minus 15 equals 6k plus 9. So the smaller variable in this case is -6k, so we're going to add 6k to both sides. So we get -15 equals 12k plus 9. So to get the 12k by itself, we're going to subtract 9 from both sides. -24 equals 12k. And then we can divide by 12. So k equals -2. In the last two problems, we're going to combine using distributive property, combining like terms, and what we talked about yesterday. So in number 4 on the left-hand side, we're just going to rewrite 15x plus 14. On the right-hand side, there's a set of parentheses. So we're going to distribute the 6 only to what's in the parentheses. We're going to leave the 11 alone. So we get 18x minus 30 plus 11. Now, -30 and 11 are both constants, and they're like terms that can be combined together. So we get 15x plus 14 equals 18x minus 19, because -30 plus 11 is -19. So we're going to move the smaller variable, so we're going to subtract 15x from both sides. And we get 14 equals 3x minus 19. We can add 19 to both sides. So we get 33 equals 3x. So now we have the variable on one side and the constant on the other. So we're going to divide by 3, and we get x is 11. In our final problem, number 5, we're going to distribute 9 to the set of parentheses on the left-hand side. So 9 times 3 is 27x minus 36 plus 5. Remember, we're not going to distribute to the 5 because that was outside the parentheses. On the right-hand side, we can combine like terms with these x's. So we get 12x plus 6x is 18x plus 14. So on the left-hand side, we need to do a little more combining with this -36 and the 5. So we get 27x minus 31 equals 18x plus 14. So we're going to move the smaller variable, which is 18x. So we're going to subtract 18x from both sides. 9x minus 31 equals 14. And then we can add 31 to both sides. So we get 9x equals 45. So when we divide by 9, x equals 5.